Hi everyone, I got a new delivery from my friend that does the cabochons. Stick with me and I'll show you. We'll open this up together. Milia Crystal. Milia Crystal is who I got this off of Facebook. She sells her stuff on Facebook and she does wholesale cabochons, carved items from gemstones, and beautiful, beautiful things. Oh my goodness, you saw where I unboxed the carved angels. Well, this is cabochons. And the video I did just before this one is of wire wrapping cabochons. Now these don't have holes in them, I do not believe. And the ones that I showed you before do not have holes drilled in them. And so you have to wire wrap in a way that they will not fall out and really tight. So that's what's in this little box here. And she loves tape. See, the whole thing's taped up. It's all taped. And then the little mailing thing, plastic thing is also taped. So I'm going to try to, I don't know if that'll work because the whole thing's taped. So, oh no. That's the only thing. It's hard to get in whenever they're all taped like this. But I hope that you have went back and saw that video before this one. Oh man. I gotta find where the edges are. And it's hard to feel because it's thick tape. But I think it might be on the edges here. And I have to be very careful because these are really razor sharp little scissors. But they have been so good to unbox things with. Let me see if that works. You never know. Ah. Okay, I didn't finish what I was saying, did I? Oh gosh. Anyways. Oh, I hope you did go back and see that. Let me see if it opens like that. I'll go this way. Whoops, didn't go the right way, did I? Let's see. There we go. I just cut around there. And here it is. Here's the package in nice bubble wrap. She always takes a lot of time to wrap it and get it here without it breaking. And she wants to know immediately when I get it if everything was okay. And I'm like, I haven't unboxed it yet. I'm sorry. Because she'll replace anything that breaks in the mail, in the shipping. So she's really good. And y'all need to try her out. If you're interested in doing gemstones, wire wrapped cabochons, and just like the stuff that I've been showing, she has a lot of stuff. And what she does is when she gets it in, she makes a lot of it herself. Carves a lot of it herself, and when she gets it in, she'll post it, what's new, and the prices are so very reasonable, really reasonable. And so now they're in a little baggie and a little tissue paper, each and every one of them. And I got a good bit of them because she had a really good deal. I really don't want to, let me find the edge first. I want to cut the tape. I don't really want to cut the bag, but I don't think there's going to be any way around it. Because the tape sticks to the plastic so well that I just don't think I'm going to be able to. Okay, I've got them out, some of them out. And I will open it up down below here so you can see. Hopefully it'll be easier for you to see. All right, so you can see she individually wraps them in tissue paper, and we'll go through each and every one of them. Okay, so we'll open up, and I got more over here. You can see that I have a whole lot more in here. So I will try to remember the stones. And this is a little labradorite. And you can see the little flash in there. How beautiful. That is very clear and very, very smooth. They have done a great job in getting these so clear and smooth. Wow. And I don't feel any, it's just wonderful. Look at this. It's going to make a great pendant. We'll put it right here. Well, let's see where it looks better. And I bet this is another one. Yeah. This is a little round one. You can see this little round one. How nice it is. How pretty. It's got a little brown in it too. So copper wire would be really pretty with this one. You can bring that brown out. Some people don't want the brown, but I love it. Each one's a little different. Each one's just a little different from the next one. We're going to open this one up. This one's a triangle shape, or fat teardrop if you want to say fat teardrop. You can do, yeah, and you see how pretty this is. This could be an owl, and I would put the point at the bottom, and that way I have enough room for the big eyes at the top. So yeah, isn't that beautiful? They shine so pretty. Okay, let's see. It won't come out the end. I have to kind of just break it open. Tear it open. Oh, wow. Wow, this one is a clear. I'm sorry, I was off camera. This is a clear one. Wow. Look how smooth. You can see how smooth that is on there. You see how that surface is really smooth? And you can see just how nice that one is. And it is a clear. You can see through it. See how you can see my finger through it? Beautiful. And it's in a point, oval type point. Has points on it. Okay, let's get this out of the way. We'll go to this one. This one is another, this one's a teardrop with a rounded bottom. And I do believe this is a jasper. Look how pretty. Look at that. Wonderful teardrop. And I believe this is bumblebee jasper. It's maybe bumblebee jasper. So it's a more expensive gemstone. Bumblebee jasper is. And it's known for its black and yellow in it. Let's see here. This one's an agate, I do believe. It's got a purpley look to it, but it also has a brownish in it. I'll have to see, make sure that it is an agate, because it sort of resembles that. But yeah, I'll ask her what this is, and I keep forgetting. She's told me. But it is round. You can see the back. And this is just the stone having little inclusions in there. That's not anything imperfection. That's the back. The front sometimes can have that because of the way the stone is. If it has a little divot in there, it'll have a little divot in there. Sometimes you don't want to, it's so pretty you don't care. And you don't want to get it out of, try to get it out of there, or you may break the stone, or it just, you know, sometimes it's best just to leave it. And here is a bumblebee jasper heart that is just, it has mostly just yellow in it, which I thought it was pretty. just because of the yellow, and there was others with black in it, and for some reason it stuck out at me, and I was like, you know, some people love that yellow and wear that for spring and summer a lot, and so they need jewelry to go with it. So there you go. And remember, Bumblebee Jasper can be very expensive. Well, is expensive. I'm not even going to say can be. It is expensive. But she has some nice prices, beautiful prices on her stuff. And this is fossil. This is a fossilized coral that is done in a round cabochon and polished up. And then these are little fossils, fossilized coral, I mean. Now, come on, don't do that to me. Come on. It's every time I get too close. Because it's already zoomed in. So, zoomed in somewhat. So it doesn't want to focus sometimes. It gets in its way. But you can see how pretty that is. And then interesting because it looks like little flowers. That coral in there looks so pretty. Okay. Yep, I'm just tearing that one. More jasper. It's more of a reddish brown. And it's really pretty. We love it. And you can see a little inclusions, but it's still smooth. It looks like it would have little dimples, inclusions, but it's smooth. They do a great job. So if you're looking for someone that has cabochons to make wire-wrapped jewelry, this is a wonderful person to get your cabochons from because they're so economical. She ships to you, I think she's in India. She'll have to correct me once she sees this if I'm wrong. Another Bumblebee Jasper, you can see the yellow stripe and then the black and the smoky color. I like the ones that was different. You know, just has a little interesting little yellow stripe right there. I love it. And there's the back. The back is just as pretty as the front. And so you will choose to do the back as elegantly as the front. So if it turns around while the person is wearing it, you're not going to miss anything. I'm going to change my battery really quick. Now I'm opening this one. Make sure I get it down here where you can see everything. All right, here we go. Here is another little labradorite. And you can see it is a little teardrop. It's about the size of your thumb, depending on how big your thumbnail is. And look how pretty and blue, and it's got these little stripes in there. Beautiful. And the way that they shine and throw their flash is the way the light goes in to this type material, labradorite, which is a feldspar. There's a different way that when the light goes through it, it deflects it to where it causes it to do that wonderful shine and flash. It's a little different from other types of gemstones, the way that it is able to do that. Okay, here's another jasper. And it's round. Isn't that pretty? And there's all kinds of ways you can either have this as that's a top and that's the bottom, or you want to do it the other way, or you want to do it that way, or this way. It's just really nice cabochons, and they're nice sizes, beautiful sizes, not too big. Some of them that I have done are really big, you know, like the ones that I showed you in the previous video is pretty big. See my hand? So And you can see the difference in some of these. So they're a little bit smaller, just a tiny bit. And if you want to see more of those wire wrapped ones over here that I have, they're on the next on the video that was just uploaded before this one. So anyways, I love how she packages everything. And there's another whoops, my elbows are always finding the bubble wrap, and it makes little noises. Bumblebee Jasper, another Bumblebee Jasper. So you can see that's the back. It's just as pretty as it is in the front. So you see all these different Bumblebee Jaspers, red Jaspers, Labradorites, right here, and the agate, and this is fossilized. And I don't know what this is. I'm gonna have to figure that out. It may be another type of agate. Frodo, so we're having issues. I wonder if the pollen gets to them too. It goes to coughing and hacking. Nobody wants to hear you hack. Another one. I'm hearing something. It sounds like my phone was ringing out there. I don't know. Maybe just the rain going through the gutter. And you can see these are all Labradorites right there. And here's another little one. I wonder if that's another little Labradorite. I just went crazy over it because she had such quality Labradorite. I mean, it was really pretty. And you can see right here just how pretty it is by how beautifully blue it's shining. See that? Got that beautiful blue. And it's so crystal clear. That's the back. She's got these so polished, so pretty. I'm telling you, you really need to, if you like to find somebody that does the cabochons, oh my goodness, you got to check hers out. You got to get some. They are in wonderful, the price is so wonderful for us as jewelry makers. Wholesale price, it's wonderful. And she gets them to us. She's in India and she gets them to us in a week at least. So there's not a lot of waiting. This one, trying to think if this is another agate, but it has like a little bit of a purplish to it. And I thought that was very interesting. Very, very interesting. Now, let's see. What is this one? I think this is another. This may be another, maybe Jasper or maybe, well, it may be the Bumblebee, but I don't know. Really love it. Very pretty. And she gave me 2 free ones because I had bought so many. And I'm forgetting which ones. That may be one of the free ones. That's probably why I don't remember what it was. And here is another one that is so pretty. Let me look at it really quick. It may be a Bumblebee Jasper with just a little bit of the yellow right there. Really pretty and polished, so nice. The edge is beveled. See that wonderful edge? It's done very nice. Thank you, Milia. Milla or Milia. I hope I'm saying your name correctly. But the things that, and another Bumblebee Jasper right here. And the things that she does is so nice. Wonderful, high quality stuff. Beautiful. You can see just how pretty these stones are. You can see why they call it Bumblebee Jasper. jasper, red jasper. I think it's red jasper. You can see, the reason I turn it towards that glare is you can see just how smooth. And see, you think you see that on the surface, but you really don't feel it with your finger. And it is just really nice. Very, very nice. Back, side. You can see just how wonderful these are. And you notice I've done mostly round, oval shapes, and then a heart does good for the owl shape. Another bumblebee jasper right here. Look at that one. You really can see that yellow in that one. Now she had some that was really a lot of, really busy, a lot of yellow and a lot of black. And I just chose the ones that was had touches here and there. And some like this one. Because that's just me. That's just me. Some people like it a little bit more busy with more yellow, more black, the black being more dark, and it's just the preference. But bumblebee jasper is a high-end, high-end, probably one of the top jaspers out there. She still has a lot of them, so if you are liking any of these, I will leave them information below and a link to her Facebook page for you to look at her stuff. And message her if you're in the market for a certain thing, a certain color, certain type of cabochon or whatever. She can try to find it or tell you when they get it in. So, wonderful. Wonderful stuff. Look at that. Look at all that. That is just so pretty. You can see the layers. It's almost like the layers of the mountains that you see out west and the Grand Canyon and in the Monument Valley out west. Okay, here is a maybe moonstone. Some moonstone have more flash than other moonstones. But still, this is really pretty. Some people like the look of pearls and things that don't have a lot of flash. A lot of times, people don't want that flash. They like just the regular, pretty pearl. I mean, it's like a little pearl, you know. There you go. Not everybody likes things to be real flashy, you know. Some people like just the normal classic things. More bumblebee jasper. I love bumblebee jasper. You can see the back is, oh my goodness, the back. Wow. There's the front. But look at the back. That looks like a Japanese painting, the way that they would layer and do the frilly cloud-like layers on their paintings. I think I would rather this be my front than this side. So you definitely would want to make it to where it's a double-sided pendant where they can choose, the person can choose whether they like that side better than that side. Make sure I'm not throwing away any of them because some of them are little as I go through trying to get rid of the stuff on my desk. Another little labradorite teardrop. You can see how pretty this little labradorite is. You can see a little flash in there. It's a mystery. It's mysterious. This little one is. It's in there and you have to really look and move it around. Isn't it really pretty? And let's see the back. You can see how the back is. There you go. Put that down there with all of those. Let's move these up a little so you can see them as I go. And another pretty bumblebee jasper. See, I like the ones with that movement. It has that movement down through, and it's just really stylized. And that's what I like. There's the back, and here's the side. You can see it, the little veining going down through there. And this used to be a big rock, and they cut several different, cut it up into little pieces to where they can do these cabochons and polish them. And they do such a good job. So excited. Here's a square one. I love the square ones. Have yet to do a lot of these square ones. I think I'm going to do a leather bracelet with it on it. You know, because the square, it just seems like it would look more like a bracelet. But I can also do these in wire wrapping. And what you do is whenever you have your wires out, you are measuring around with the wires, and you'll literally mark with a Sharpie or a marker that will wipe off, and you mark where your corners is going to be, and it's where you're going to bend it and stuff. So yeah, and this one is a purple. This one has a purpley look to it, purpley gray. Let's see if it will focus in. Okay, there we go. You can see just how slick and pretty that they have worked on this, and you can see it's beveled edge. And there's the back. You know, the back is just as pretty. Some people won't finish the back as much as they do the front, and that's not as good a quality. So she has Milla or Milia. I don't know. I'm butchering her name, I know. She'll have to just correct me. Okay, here we go. Here's the last bit of it. The last bunch. I still have, see, you can see the bunch that I have here. A lot more. This is another fossilized coral. And that's a coral that was underneath the sea that was fossilized. And you're like, how can coral underneath the sea be fossilized? Well, during the flood, when Noah's flood happened over the planet, the coral that was under the weight of the ocean was pressed into the sediment and pressed to where it causes it to fossilize. It's sort of like, it's just like how the snails, those ammonites I've shown, and those things, it's a proof of the flood. And a lot of people say there's no proof of the flood. There is. I can go into a whole long thing about it, but this is proof that there was a flood. And because why would coral, people would ask, why would coral fossilize when it's already underneath the ocean? Well, it was used to the weight that it was already under, right? Well, whenever you have an ocean, more water over top that is so deep that the tallest mountain, Mount Everest, was underwater for a mile. Okay? So whatever was under the ocean that was already here, all of a sudden was under such pressure with all that water above it that it fossilized stuff exactly where it was standing, where it was sitting, whether it was giving birth, whether it was eating something. They actually have fossils of animals in the process of eating something that was fossilized. That's how quickly this happened. It wasn't a gradual, it was instant, quickly. And it stopped them in the process of giving birth. Some animals are fossilized in the middle of birthing, and the only way that happens is if the pressure of that amount of water went over top of them, the sediment and the dirt and everything, just it pressed. Because, you know, when you go down into the deep parts of the ocean, you have to have special subs because they'll implode. So this is proof of Noah's flood. Now here we go. We have another bumblebee jasper with the lines going a different way, and you can see a little bit of a different color on this one. I mean, it's the same colors, but it's a little bit different on how much yellow and how much. So it's, to me, it's like a really good balance of all the colors that you get in bumblebee jasper, and that's what I'm looking for. Not too busy, not too crazy. More jasper, more red jasper, which, like I said, makes wonderful, wonderful I don't know why it's still blurry for you. I'm sorry. But it makes wonderful pendants. Wonderful jewelry. Okay. Another one here. I do believe I can see the ends of it. It's another one. Really pretty. And this one they're a little bit more enclosed. A lot of times they have a little bit more rough. Sometimes jasper is really hard to get smooth. And this individual stone had some little pitting in there, which that is not because they didn't polish it well. It's because that's just the way that individual stone was. And if you are familiar with cabochons and gemstones, then you'd understand. Okay. This is, I wonder if this is crazy lace. Agate. I know it's an agate. But look, it has like a light lavender, lilac color. More of a lilac, I would say. Really, 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 really pretty. Love it. And I can feel there's a little bitty inclusion there. But that's its own personality. Okay, I'll put that right there with this square one. There we go. I was so excited I couldn't wait to get these because I am so into this wire wrapping. I'm ready to go. Here's more of it, the agate. It has the inclusion here in maybe some quartz. Trying to get in the mix there. I don't know. Isn't that pretty? Very pretty. Love the colors. It's a smoky with a little bit of a lavender base to it. Love it. It looks like there's a river flowing down through there. Okay. Another little labradorite. Look at this little pretty little blue thingy. This one's a little lighter. Look how pretty. This one likes to shine. Look at there. We'll see the back. Back is just as pretty and smooth. Look at there. It's like glass. It's so pretty. Okay, we're getting there. All right, another bumblebee jasper, I do believe. This may not be bumblebee. Now look, this may be a different type of jasper because I remember there was some orangey looking stones. So I'm going to try to mix them up here and see. I know these are all yellows. And then these are more orange. And I think that is a yellow. I'm wondering if I have this right. She'll have to tell me if I'm, you know, putting them in the right order. Because if you can see, some of these are a little bit different from these. But I don't know. They may all. This is more orange. This one may, I don't know, it's more orange. She'll have to tell me. But anyways, this one has more of the orange. But look at that. It may be just a different, darker bumblebee type. There's different ones, I do believe. And look how nice. It's just such a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. We love them. Okay. Another fossilized coral. See that coral in there? That used to be little animals underneath the surface of the ocean. In the coral beds, they are little living organisms, and when they die off, they leave a little skeleton, and some of them are in this shape. And so for it to, and then it fossils, like I explained before, and then we find it, man finds it, and makes beautiful things out of it for people to enjoy. And you can see them all three right here, the differences in each. I'll get it up close in a minute. But look at here. Look at this jasper. It really looks like the sediment lines in mountains. And the reason you call them sediment lines in mountains is because this forms whenever the water goes down and is evaporated slowly, slowly, slowly. Every time that it evaporates, it makes a new line. It makes a new line, makes a new line, makes a new line. And so you can try this as a science experiment. You can go get a bunch of mud and in a bucket, and you don't want to fill up the bucket. You just want like a fourth, maybe a fourth of the bottom of the bucket with a little mud in it. Put water in there, stir it up really, 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 really good, and then let it just evaporate. And you will see lines from where it evaporates on down. And they find dinosaurs and fossilized creatures in that sediment. And that lets you know that it was in a bunch of water that caused that. Uh-oh, this one was, okay. I did get one that broke in shipping. And it is a bumblebee jasper one, and she'll replace it. Milia will replace it. I can glue this back and keep it by myself. I wouldn't want to sell that to somebody if it's broke and it's been glued. You can see how that come off in shipping. I just undone the tissue paper, and it come apart. So it was a part in the tissue paper. So I'm going to let her know about that. And she'll be good to give me back that money, or she'll send me another one on the next purchase, or just replace it, whatever. She's really good about that. So no problems there. And if you notice, this is the lighter yellow, and here is that orange yellow. You see that in there? And this fits together perfectly. So I'll just put it back together, glue it, and keep it for myself. So I'm happy. I have something for myself. Even if it is broke, I don't care. Here we go. Another fossilized coral. This one has a lot of lighter points in it. You see that? Isn't that nice? Looky. I love it. Beautiful. There we go. See, the only time I get upset when something's broke in shipping is when I know I'm going to have a hard time with trying to get it fixed with the company. And I don't have that problem with her because she's really adamant of wanting to know. She'll contact you, is everything okay? Because, it has to go a long ways. And here's another labradorite. This one has a lot of the darker blue. Let's see if I can get up there. It'll be blurry. Yeah, I think it's blurry. Come on. Don't be blurry. I hate it when it gets blurry. You can see how glassy. These get so shiny when they polish them. You see it's rounded. The front is rounded, and then it's sharp, not sharp, but a flat back. And the sides are rounded, beveled up to the front. You can see that pretty blue in there. And look how clear and shiny. These are going to make some beautiful things. And I can even make these rings, because sometimes people like big rings. You know? Some people like big rings. I love big rings. Okay, I have 2 left. One big and one tiny. So here's another Bumblebee Jasper. And it has a beautiful line in it. You just see how pretty this does. There's the back. Just as pretty as the front. That's what's so hard. We've got to make it to where both sides can be enjoyed when we make the pendant. Okay, here's the last one. Get some of that tissue paper away. Come on, little tissue. And this is the last one, and it is an, whoops. Yep, there I go. I have been doing so good, and I hadn't dropped anything. And now the very last one, yep. But it didn't hit anything major, so it's gonna be good. And now if I drop it and break it, then I don't say anything about it. But this one is beautiful teardrop. Little pretty teardrop. And I don't believe anything did anything to it when it fell out of my hands. And that would have been my fault if it broke. And I do not ask for that to be replaced if I break it. So those of you out there, make sure you're not having things replaced when you've been the one to break it. So yeah, always be your integrity. That's your integrity right there. So yeah, beautiful little sleek teardrop. Look at there. Now I'm going to zoom you in a little bit further to where you can see all of these. I'll move them up a little. You can see all of these. Move them over a little. I'm doing it from looking at the thing, so it may, yeah, beautiful. She gave me this one, and I think she gave me this one. I'm not sure. I don't have my phone to look, but I think these were extras, or maybe it was one of these. Or this one. It might have been these two, but I'm not sure. But yeah, I do have the little broke one right here. This one was broke upon opening of the tissue paper. But she will make good on that. Look at there. All of these are going to make some beautiful, beautiful pendants. Can you imagine just all how beautiful it's going to be? It really is. It's going to be really nice. I'm so excited and very pleased with it. And I trust that anything further that I buy from her is going to be great quality. Remember Milia's Crystals on Facebook, and I do have the information down below. Okay, everyone, I hope you enjoyed that. All these wonderful little cabochons, all these different things that you can learn about, and it's just so fun to I got my hair in my face, and it's like blowing all over the place, and I'm gonna break one of these if I'm not careful. They're fun. This is fun. If you can get into this, I thoroughly encourage you to get you a few cabochons and get you some wire and wrap it up and see how you like it. Watch some of the tutorials of wire wrapping. Just go to YouTube and search up wire wrapping cabochons or stones, And you'll learn some beautiful stuff. And a lot of people are really good about teaching how to do it. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm glad that you have sat there and took time out of your day to watch and maybe get interested in doing this if you ain't already. If you are, make sure you let me know what you do. You can go to my Facebook page, remember, and send it through Messenger, or try to post it on there. I can't remember if it allows people to post. Maybe it does. And just, if you can't post it, you can send it to me and I can post it and put your name on it if you'd like. So I love hearing from y'all. I love the comments. Make sure you comment. Tell me which of these are your favorites and what style, round, oval, heart, teardrop, whichever ones you like, and what you would do with them, what you would like. If you'd like it on leather bracelets and things like that, leather jewelry. A lot of times people like the leather cords and things. Every pendant I got comes on a cord. It does. It comes on a cord. And I know I showed you this one several times. I'm not going to show you the others in this video because I did the video before this one. So yeah, they come with a little cord with them, but people can change it into something else they want, and it's a nylon, I think, cord, so that way it won't hurt, because sometimes people can't do the leather because it breaks them out because of the tanning process may have a chemical in it they don't like, or the coloring process, the dye, or things like that. Oh, I'm getting tired. I've done 2 videos right here back to back, so I am getting tired. I've had a rough day with my joints, so I'm so happy to share all these things with you. I have so much different hobbies. My husband's like, no more, you cannot start another one, and I've been looking at that crochet, but he says, nope, let's just get through these, and then later you can do the crochet. Okay. So I love each and every one of you. Remember, Jesus loves you. I love you. Love your enemies. And a soft answer turneth away wrath. So remember that when you're fussing with someone, or someone's fussing with you, or whatever, if you just take a moment, think of that verse. A soft answer turneth away wrath. And sometimes you can be in the middle of an argument and just turn and say, you know what? It's okay. I love you, and it's not that big a deal. We'll be okay. So if you can remember to do that, I know I have to really remember to do that myself. So y'all have a great rest of your weekend. Today is Friday, St. Patrick's Day, and I have green eyes. I have green eyes. So you can't pinch me. I'm Scotch Irish too. So anyways, I'm just being silly. Love each and every one of you. I'm sending you mental hugs. Bye.